Hey everybody, and welcome back to Ross. I'm Ross, and this is the channel where I let Bob Ross teach me how to paint. I've already got my canvas coated in liquid white, so let's just get started. Today I'm going to be doing Season 18, Episode 12, Southwest Serenity. Let's go. As always, the first thing we're going to do is paint the sky, so I'm going to take some of my cad yellow. As always, the first thing we're going to do is paint the sky, and today we're going to start with some cad yellow. So I'm just going to work a little bit of that into the bristles here. And nice little X motion. Wow, look at how bright that is. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know that cad yellow is definitely my favorite color. Next, we're gonna take a little bit of the yellow ochre and lay that on in there to get a little crazy on these colors. He sort of just lays it right on top. Oh yeah, that looks nice. He says just let it go wherever you want. Any parts you don't like, you can fill in later. Maybe I'll take a little more of that yellow, throw it down here. For this next part, you'll notice that I have a few more colors on the palette. At the beginning of the show, Bob showed his layout for the palette, but told us that we could do anything that's convenient for us. So I kind of like to lay my colors out just as I start to use them. That's what works best for me. Now we are going to use the palette knife, but only to mix some colors. He takes some alizarin crimson and phthalo blue and mixes those together to get a purple shade, more on the crimson side. I would like to thank one of my viewers for correcting how to say alizarin crimson. Kind of looks like more blue, doesn't it? Now, Bob says that we can't really see this too great, so he adds a whole bunch of white in there. I think that looks pretty nice, and now he has us put a little bit to the side right here, and a touch more over here. In one of those, we're going to put some bright red, which I'm using a vermilion. And then the other one, we are going to use yellow ochre. Now we got a bunch of colors to play with on our brush there. With these colors we just made, I'm gonna start making some clouds, just some little floaters up here today, Bob says. I'm gonna take that first purple that we made, just get a little bit on the brush here. Little circle motions. Now, I always have trouble with clouds and getting the circle motions to actually look poofy. Hopefully the more I do it, the more knowledge I'll gain. My cat is literally right under... Oh, yep, there you can see her little ears. You interested in my painting, Rory? She's watching me paint. What do you think? paint. Well, that one looks nice and wispy. Alright, stop before I go overboard. That's something classic that I do. And that one looks less wispy for some reason. Oh well. Maybe the desert's got some heavy clouds today. One more of these guys. That's looking pretty close to what Bob's got. And I see that Roy's ear is still in the picture frame. Maybe one of these days you'll actually get to see her face. Now we're going to start putting in some other little floaters of the different colors. So I got this little red variety on here now. Let's see how that works out. He's just kind of dabbing these in there rather than swirling. Now Bob's got us blending all of this stuff, so the part where he said if these clouds don't look too hot, that's okay, this is what's supposed to fix it. I've never been great at blending. Okay, those are getting kind of cool and wispy. I think the reason my blending's never been so great is because I go a little too hard on the painting and kind of smushes in rather than swoops around. Very technical terms that we use here, swoops and whatnot. Now I'm going to take my fan brush and just kind of put some white on a couple of these clouds. Now, Bob said that since we're having so much fun with the fan brush, we're going to keep on going with it. He is going to take some of the darker purple that we did these original clouds out of, and we're going to paint some mountains. After we have the outline in there, we're going to take our larger brush and we are going to just pull all that color down. And Bob says be very careful about the angle so that it looks natural. And on the other side, we go the other way. That looks pretty good. We're going to take a little bit more of that color. We're going to add some lines in here, but just really lightly because these mountains are pretty far away. So we don't want to see too much because that would shatter the illusion. To give a nice misty illusion, Bob's just gonna give a nice tap here with a clean, dry brush. Ever since the first time I did this kind of thing, I really enjoy this because I think it looks really good. Comes out pretty much perfect every time. Maybe we're doing even more mountains. He's gonna use that same color, but with a little bit of phthalo blue. Using just the corner of the fan brush, we're going to throw some more in there. Bob's talking about the mountains in Mexico, saying if you haven't been there, you should go. Well, fun fact, Bob, I actually grew up in Mexico. I was there from 1st through 7th grade. I learned Spanish and enjoyed the culture. Wonderful experience. So cool. Looks like Bob's having a lot of fun with these mountains, so next we're gonna just add a little more phthalo blue to that original color and make an even darker mountain right up front here. He promises this is the last one though, so don't worry. Uh-oh, I got too much on there. Same deals with the other ones. We're gonna throw in some little detail sections. Alright, I'm liking the looks of that. Next, Bob has us take some alizarin crimson and sap green and make our own type of brown. So I'm just going to take a bit of this sap green and throw it in the alizarin crimson that we already have. Looks like that could use a little more alizarin crimson. Moment of truth, friends. Let's see if this actually came out as a decent brown. Okay, I like it. Not exactly the brown that he has. Well, it's definitely not the right shade of brown, but I think it looks like a desert, so that'll work for me. Now that we've got our ground laid in, I'm going to add a little path. I'm going to take a little bit of my gloopy Van Dyke brown here on my fan brush. Kind of swoops it across. Now I'm gonna take my brush and blend some of this in. Bob kinda works it out from the middle on either end. Next, we're going to take a few different colors, black, brown, and alizarin crimson, just to have some color in the brush. And we're going to make some little plants here. Bob says that you have to have the dark to have the light. And then he asked, have you ever had any sad times in your lives? He says, sometimes you gotta have the sad ones to know when you got the good ones. The things that Bob say are just so uplifting and great. Now, to fill these trees in, we are going to take just a little bit of liquid white, some phthalo blue, and white to Get the paint a little bit thin and have just a nice little blue hue. And we're just gonna lay it on there. Now, that looks way too blue to me, so I'm gonna get a little new spot of white and try and fix that. Let's see if what I already have in my brush is gonna make this white the right color blue. Close. Need a little more. Let's see how that does for me. Alright, I'm liking that. Bob said we could take a little lavender and throw some pops of color in there, so I'm definitely gonna do that. Now we're gonna take some black. To finish out this painting, I'm going to take this liner brush. Not exactly sure if this is actually a liner brush, but closest thing I've got. And we're going to paint some leaves on these. Bob said maybe they're some old yucca plants. And I'm going to use some cad yellow and maybe a little bit of sap green on that. I'm sure mixing some mud over here, but at least my trees are staying decent looking. I don't really like how those things up top were coming out, so I'm going to switch over to my fan brush real quick. And there you have it, finished painting. Last thing to do is write my name on it. As I'm doing that, I just wanted to give a big thank you to everyone who's been watching and who has subscribed to my channel. I've definitely had a lot of fun painting for you guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching me. If you have, please like, comment, and subscribe on this video and all my other videos if you haven't. It'll really help me out. Wow. I have been getting so much better at these paintings. There's my name. There we go. That one is done. I had so much fun. These mountains came out way better than a lot of my mountains. Maybe because we didn't use the palette knife. I really don't like that thing. All my colors look really cool. I really like this brown that I made, even though it doesn't look exactly like Bob's. My yucca plants are cool. I don't know what these little floaters are, but they came out good. Bob did a good job on this one. Awesome. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching again. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.